Okay, hello everyone. Happy Thursday, happy October 1st. I am so freaking fired up for this month. You guys have no idea. I'm literally losing my mind. I am so dang excited. So I know Murphy and I are kind of sharing our team Zoom tonight. So there are people on here that have no idea who the heck I am. So hey everyone, my name is Courtney. I am a double diamond. I've been in the business for about 4.5 years now, and I started because I was so dang broke. Anybody else where you live not paycheck to paycheck, like paycheck to almost paycheck because it didn't even make it there, right? Anyone else? Put a one in the chat if you're like, yeah, girl, that was me. Okay. I couldn't afford my minimum payments on my credit cards. My credit score was down in like the 400s, and I just remember thinking like there's got to be more to life, right? I had started another business before and I lost 5 figures in that business because it was a lot of inventory, it was a lot of things that I didn't like. And I swore off this industry as a whole, but I kept watching this one girl who was posting about what this business could do. I never commented, I never liked on anything until one day I was like, all right, I'm ready. Let's do it. So if you're posting and you feel like no one's watching, I promise you people are. But so I started, and for the first 2 years, I let fear win. I didn't do anything because I was really afraid of what people thought of me. I was afraid of posting the wrong things, saying the wrong things, doing the wrong things. So I did basically nothing. And then it got to a point where I was like, I'm sick of hating my job. I'm sick of still being broke. Like I have this opportunity in front of me and I need to go for it. So when that day started, I just kind of flip switched in my head and I went from distributor to double diamond in a matter of 8 months. And here we are. And I know that huge things are coming for our team. And I'm just so dang excited for what God's going to do in our businesses. So Murphy, let me go ahead and unmute you if you want to share a little bit about your story, because my team doesn't know who you are, and then we can just take off and we'll just kind of bounce back and forth. You should be unmuted.
Okay, perfect. Hi, guys. I am Murphy. For those of you that do not know me, I am a triple diamond. We promoted triple diamond in May of this year, which is still surreal every single time I talk about it. So I joined at the very end of July in 2018. I had just turned 20 years old, and I had just gotten engaged 2 weeks prior. I was in college, typical broke college student, struggling so bad, taking so many credit hours. I was leading a big student org. I was getting ready to train for a marathon. I actually ran a marathon, which if you've ever been thinking about it, do it, but it's a lot of freaking work. And so I was busy to say the least. And so I literally would work myself in the summer like 60 plus hours and save up all my money to barely get by in the college during the school year. And I just did not want to live like that. Like I was sick of not being able to afford gas and groceries and just basic things that I needed because everything went to my bills. And so when I came across this opportunity on Instagram, and my enroller, she was like paying for everything with this business, like house, her car, everything. And I was like, if she can pay for all that, like I can join and make $200. Like that's all I need. I'd be content with that. So I was like, I really have nothing to lose. So I joined 3 months in, I promoted to Ruby. And at that time they had a $1,000 Ruby bonus. And so I was making my over $500 a month as a Ruby with that Ruby bonus. So I was like, this is amazing. And once I promoted Ruby, I was like, okay, this business is legit. Like I'm just ready to run with it. And 3 months later, I double promoted from Ruby to Diamond in the same month. And then I was at Diamond for a little bit over a year, 11 months exactly is what I was at Diamond. And in December of just 2019, because I promoted to Diamond last year in February, in December, I had dropped rank all the way down to Ruby. And I had felt so defeated. I had like my upline can say that like I contemplated quitting. Like I was like, oh my gosh, I'm back down to the bottom. Like, what am I going to do? Like I worked so hard for this and I feel like I had just lost it all. And she just reminded me, she's like, Murphy, this is a business. There's going to be ups and downs. You weren't consistent. You made choices that got you here. She's like, but if you went Diamond, you can go Diamond again and you can promote again. Like you've done it before, just do it again. And so I was like, you're right. I got this. I went to conference this year. You guys get your freaking conference tickets. It is the biggest game changer ever for your business. Like you need to be there. And even though it's going to be online, like you need to be there. Like it's not negotiable. Get your conference ticket. It changed everything for me. Just listening to people from all walks of life. Like there is somebody in the top 200 income earners that is just like you, has the same exact story as you, came exactly from where you're at and is now making 5 plus way more figures a month, you guys. And so if they can do it, so can you. And that's what I saw when I went to conference. I was like, if they can do it, I can too. And so in February, I got diamond back right after conference. And then the next month in March, I promoted to double diamond. 2 months later, triple diamond after maintaining ruby in December, you guys. So that's just in a span of 5 months, ruby to triple diamond. So I'm here to tell you, like, if I can do it, you can do it too. Literally no dream is too big. No dream is too big at all. And I just reached down into my team, and I knew that this full-time income from this business has changed my life, and I wanted to help change other people's lives too. I took it off so much of me. Like, I was thinking so much me. What can this business do for me? And I started asking, how can I help other people and get them to this full-time income with me? And I've since gotten 5 girls on my team to diamond, and it's just been the biggest blessing ever. So that is just a little bit of my story, and here we are. I bought my own house at 21 years old. We paid cash for our wedding, and I've just been able to do things that I never thought I would be able to do at this age, and my college tuition is paid for. So we don't have like any debt, like our house, I guess, our mortgage, but really that's it. It's just been the biggest blessing.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I knew our stories were similar because we were like similar in age-wise, but I was like, I saw you on TikTok. So this is a funny story, you guys. We started a TikTok interaction group and like to help each other. And it was so funny because Murphy got added, and I was like, wait, I saw her on my For You page yesterday, and I tried to message her because she got married in a pandemic and I got married in a pandemic, and I was like, we're the same. We did the same thing. So, oh my gosh, I love that. How many of you like lost your mind a little bit when she said she went from ruby to triple in 5 months? Anyone else? Anyone? Or was it just me that I was like, excuse me? Yeah, you guys, so many things can happen in this business. There is no dream that is too big. Okay. I boosted my income. I didn't promote, well, I promoted my husband from distributor to double in like 4 months, but I took our income. I think I did the math. It was like I 12 times it in a matter of 4 months. Okay. That is a huge increase. So what I want you guys to know is it starts right now. So many of you see the boom season coming in January, February, March, April, May, but it starts with what you're doing right now. If you guys did not see the video this morning, there are bonuses that are back. If you go diamond this month, legally, we cannot share the numbers. Go ask your upline because this will be on YouTube. But there are massive bonuses if you go diamond this month. So we're going to give you so many different tips and tricks. So Murphy is the queen of signing distributors. She signs like 12,000 of them a month, I think is the exact number. So if you want to share like tips on how you sign distributors and all of that stuff, and if you want to share TikTok too, you do you, girl.
Yeah, for sure. So last month I signed 20 distributors, but I want to make this clear. I signed 16 of them in 1 week, the very last week of the month, literally. And so, and it's like literally 90% of them were from TikTok. I think one of them was from Instagram, but the rest were literally just solely from TikTok. And I remember I have gotten like the TikTok train. I mean, it's new, but it's not that new. Like there were people that were doing this like 6 months ago or so. And when they first started doing it, I was on these Zooms and I was listening to like Cheyenne Knox and Kristen Kirkendall, like saying how they're rocking it on TikTok. And I was just like, okay. Like, I don't know if that's for me, but like maybe I'll like kind of dabble in. So like at the beginning of this year, I like made a few TikToks. They got like 50 to 100 views. And I was like, no, this isn't working for me. Like I'm done. I can't do TikTok. This doesn't work. So then I kind of hopped off the train for a little bit, but then they were still like, literally when Kristen got on a Zoom and I think it was August, and she said she enrolled 40 distributors from TikTok. I'm like, if she can enroll 40 from TikTok in 1 month, why can I not? Like, I can enroll 1 or 2. Like, I need to get back on this. Like, there's something that I'm not doing right. And so I just changed my mindset about it, and I decided I was going to be consistent with it. Just like with anything else in this business, you have to be consistent with it. And how I was enrolling all my distributors on Instagram before this was from Instagram Instagram host a post. And that's because I was being really consistent with that. I was getting at least 10 plus up a day. So I decided if I could be consistent with TikTok and get at least 2 to 3 TikToks up every single day and be consistent with it, then it would work for me too. They're not special magical unicorns. That's what I thought these people were when I first joined this business. Like, I thought diamonds, doubles, triples were special magical unicorns, but they just put in the work. They believed in themselves. They were consistent. They worked day in and day out, and they did the things. So I started doing 2 to 3 TikToks a week. I take one day a week, you guys, and I record 20 TikToks in one day, and I save them all to my drafts. Normally, I do it on Mondays. I change my outfits like 3 different times. I usually wear 3 different outfits. I do my hair and my makeup, so I get ready one day, you guys. Like, I do not get ready full face, makeup, hair every single day. That's just not me. Courtney Vogel, my upline, is like a freaking beautiful model every single day, but that is not me. Like, I just cannot get myself to do that. So I get ready once a day and I make all my TikToks and take all my pictures that day. And I post at least 2 TikToks a day, usually 3 is what I try to do. And I follow the graphic for the best times to post on TikTok. Literally, if you search it on Google, it'll come up. Like, it's all over. Just search best times to post on TikTok. They're in Eastern times. I'm in Central Zone, so I post what it is according to the Central time zone. And those are the times I post my TikTok. It's either early morning, late night, or sometimes like noon and 11 is on there too. But it's usually either early, night, or smack dab middle of the day are the good times to post. Lunch break, before people go to work, and after work. That's basically how it works. So, and it took me almost exactly 50 TikToks before I had one go viral. So this is what I'm saying. Like, you cannot just post 1 or 2 or 3 or even 10 and be like, peace out. That didn't work for me. I'm done with TikTok. Like, this doesn't work. Because it took me a lot of videos before I finally had one go viral. And I'm just here to tell you guys, it just takes one. Literally, once you have one go viral, I literally just had my first one go viral a couple weeks ago. Like, I'm new to this TikTok thing too, but I went from having 100 followers to 3,000 followers in 1 week just because I had that one TikTok go viral. So that's what I'm saying. It literally just takes one. And then they start looking at all your business TikToks too when you have that one that brings them to your page. And that's where you start getting that influx of applications. So make sure you have an influencer application too. And I have a spot in my influencer application, and this is really key, that says to DM me on Instagram and say that I applied so I can review their application, because it's so easy to, 1, forget to check your application, or 2, be getting a bunch of applications and miss somebody. So if you have everybody DMing you on Instagram, and they're all going to be in your requests because you haven't accepted them yet, so they're like all filtered out for you already. And so it makes it really easy for organization that way too, is I just know that in my request, these are all my new potential distributors that I need to get back to. And so I suggest at least 1 distributor TikTok a day. And then I would say, like, the other one can be a distributor one, or it can be a filler one. The key is post other things on your TikTok besides the business, because those are usually the ones that go viral. The one that I had that went viral had nothing to do with the business, but now my business ones go viral too, because I've built up a lot of followers now and people that are looking at my page. But make sure you're posting other things too, because that's what's going to draw people in. And the amazing thing about TikTok, you guys, is it's just a bunch of copycats. Like, literally, I just get on there, I scroll down my For You page, and I find videos that I think are funny, and I just recreate them. I follow leaders on this business, and I recreate their TikToks. Like, you not have to be creative, because I am like the least creative person ever. And I literally just copy other people's TikToks, but make it my own. And that's the amazing thing, is that you can still go viral even recreating somebody else's TikTok. Like, my one that went viral, I was not the first one that like had that idea of that, but it still reached a bunch of people. So those are my biggest things for TikTok. Just like, be consistent, post about your life and the business, and your TikToks will go back and get views too. Like, I have ones that are blowing up now that I posted weeks ago. So it's really weird how that happens too. But yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I just started doing TikTok. I don't know what Zoom I was on like a week and a half ago, but I was like, oh no, it was summer camp. And I was like, you know what? Fine. I'll freaking try TikTok. Anyone else at that point where you're, put a 2 in the chat if you're like, fine, I'll freaking do it. I'm sick of hearing about it, not knowing what it is. Anyone else? That was me. I was like, fine, I'll freaking do it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to look like an idiot, but I'm just going to try it. Okay, so what I did is I did exactly what Murphy said. I just scrolled through my For You page. I saved some funny ones. I went to the leaders. I saved some of theirs, and I just recreated it. Now, I've done it for about a week. Have I had a crazy amount of applications? No, I've had 2. But I've been consistent and I know that people are coming. When I first, let me look at the numbers. The first ones I posted, I got like 53 views. Now I have some that have 1,300. That's not going viral, but that's progress. Okay. Now, what I also want to tell you guys with TikTok is if you post one that gets 10 views in the first 2 days, it's okay. There are going to be some that get nothing. You can delete them and repost them, or you can just leave it. You never know. I posted one of like a microwave pancake, and for like 3 days it got nothing, and now all of a sudden today it got 300 views. So you never know when people are just going to start watching it and you're like, where the heck did you come from? But just try it, you guys. Be okay feeling weird. Like, be okay being uncomfortable, because you're going to be. I promise you. Well, at least me, there's never a time that I'm recording a TikTok and I'm like, man, I felt so cool recording that one. I totally killed it. Like, you're not going to feel like that. You're going to be like, wow, I look so dumb. Okay. And that's fine, but they work. Okay. So other than TikTok, you do distributor host to post, but that is we all know what distributor host to posts are. I don't want you to go too much into detail on that. What I want you to talk about is your mindset regarding enrolling, because I know a lot of times I talked about this on a Zoom, I think it was last week, about how a lot of the problem with signing distributors is that you don't believe you can sign them, that you don't believe people will trust you. So I want you to talk about that.
Okay, yeah, for sure. And honestly, I feel like this all stems from you and your beliefs. So I used to be asking myself all the wrong questions. Like, I would be asking myself, like, why can't I enroll a distributor? Why isn't my team working? Why am I not able to go viral on TikTok? I was like, why isn't this working for me? Those were the questions I used to ask myself. And I just switched my mindset and I decided I'm going to ask myself, how can I enroll distributors? How can I be a better leader? How can I get better at TikTok? You have to ask yourself the right questions and focus on those improvements. And I also hadn't been like, focusing on doing the things to equip myself to be a better leader, because that's a huge thing when it comes to distributors. So there is self-development, like personal development, and then there's leadership development. And when you want to enroll distributors, you want to really be focusing on both. So that means I'm always reading like a self-development book, which is just like a personal development, like a devotional, something like that. But then I'm also reading a leadership book. Like, I'm reading the Success Commandments right now. That's my leadership book. And so you want to be doing both, because that's really going to help you with signing distributors, getting that leadership mindset, and growing yourself as a leader. And I also had realized that I just like wasn't preparing myself what I was praying for. So I wasn't like putting in the actual work for what I wanted. And I also wasn't even asking for it either. So you have to also think about, have I actually been preparing and asking for what I want? Or am I just like, I can't sign distributors. I'm not even really going to try, because that's not something that I've even been thinking about. And you're going to get told no. I promise that you're going to get told no. It happens to all of us, no matter where you're at in the business. But I just decided that I was going to be vulnerable and I was going to share my story. And even though that people are coming from TikTok, they're like looking at my page and they're reading my story. And 2 of the distributors that I signed were not from TikTok. They were just straight from Instagram, that they messaged me because they've been seeing my posts and that they were ready to join. And so I know that the thing that held me back the most when I first started, that I was just so scared to share my story, and I was scared to be vulnerable and scared to share my struggles. And once I started doing that, talking about where I was, where I'm at now, and where I'm going, that's how you're going to make a connection with your audience. And literally 75% of the distributors that I signed last month are engaged or married. And that is because I share all the time how this has paid for my wedding and what it's going to do for me and my husband. And they have a connection with that. So like, if you are a mom, share what it is doing for your babies, or what it is going to do. Is this business going to pay for your diapers? Is it going to be able to get them like new clothes or whatever it is? Like, share that stuff. Is it going to put food on your table? That's something important that other people can't do and that they want so bad. So just make sure that you are talking about those things that this business can do for you, even if it's not doing it for you now, because that's what's going to relate to your audience and draw other people in and keep them watching you. One of these distributors that I just signed has been watching me for a year and a half. So like, it's been a long time, but once you are consistent with it, they're going to keep watching your story. You just have to get out of your comfort zone a little bit, because we can't grow in our comfort zone. So once you step out of that and you just be a little bit more vulnerable, that'll help you a lot too.
Yeah, I love that you share that, you guys. A lot of times we think, put a 2 or 3 in the chat if you felt like you didn't know what to post to get distributors because you haven't made a ton of money yet. Anyone? That's something I used to struggle with a ton when I first started, is I was like, I don't know what to post, because like, obviously it's easier for these diamonds and doubles and triples and ambassadors that, oh, I paid off my debt and I bought a new car and I bought a house and this and that and this and that. And you're like, I just made 20 bucks. Okay, that's hard. But here's what I'm going to tell you. It's actually easier, because a lot of people can relate to, oh, I just filled up my gas tank instead of putting $2.27 in. They can relate to that more than, oh, I just paid for my $25,000 wedding in cash. That's hard for people to wrap their brain around. So just know, don't look at your situation and think it's a disadvantage, because people can relate to your struggles and they can relate to the simple things. It's very hard for people to wrap their head around the fact that you can make $10,000 a month from your phone, but they can imagine themselves making 100. So don't put that on yourself. And I also love that you said you weren't preparing yourself for the blessings you were asked for. I tell my team all the time, here's what I want you to picture, okay? You're asking God, so like you're here, God's here, and you're like, hey, God, can you bring me my blessings? And he's like, yeah, cool, like I'll meet you halfway. And you're like, no, I asked you to bring them to me, so like I'm just gonna wait here and not put the work in to meet you here. I'm gonna wait here until you bring them to me. No, God needs you to meet him where he is. You need to meet with God in the middle. You need to put the work in so that God can fill that gaps with his blessings. Okay? You cannot be blessed supernaturally if you're not doing the natural actions. He can't bless your efforts if there are no efforts to bless. Just remember that. So, okay, is there anything else? Okay, I totally missed it. You took your husband's account from distributor to diamond in 1 month to go triple. Let's talk about that, because I know some people on my team are like, excuse me, hello, what? I could go diamond this month. Anyone want that bonus to go diamond this month? Anyone? Put a 4 in the chat if you want the bonus and you're like, I'm all ears, girl. Tell me what to do. I'll do it. Anyone? All right. Tell us what you did, how you did it. Any tips for that?
Yeah, of course. So I promoted triple in May of this year, but I was not charted until April 30th or 31st. I can't remember how many days were in April. The very last day of the month before I promoted. So I literally got charted on April 30th and promoted the next month. And the biggest reason why I was able to take my husband from distributor to diamond is in 1 month is because I signed 25 distributors that prior month and placed every single one of them under him. And so new blood, new distributor solves everything, because he had a completely working chart because I placed 25 new distributors under him. So I want you to sit and think what your chart would look like if you put 25 new distributors on it. Because I guarantee you, if you place 25 new distributors on your chart, your volume is going to like triple from what it used to be. If you are pouring into those new distributors, if you are training every single one of them, if you are giving them every single ounce of your being, making sure that they know how to do their daily task list, that they know how to do host posts, they know how to get their shopping spree, and then beyond. And the biggest thing also was that I had told them, like, from the second that they joined, I was like, you're going Ruby. And obviously I had to take one of those brand new girls to Emerald. So the one that was running the most, I was like, you're going straight to Emerald this month. Like, we're doing the thing. And so you just have to give them their goals too and set it out on their chart, because brand new people, like, they don't know any different. They don't know that it's not normal to go. I mean, it is kind of normal to go Ruby in a month, but maybe not. But they don't know that it's not like normal to go Emerald in their first month, you know? But they don't know that that's not normal. So if you just instill that belief into them and tell them that they can do it and just sign all the distributors that you can. Like literally that was basically it. It's just signing 25 distributors and like placing every single one of them under him and just like stacking like crazy. I also signed 60 customers myself that month. So that was like my highest customer enrollment I'd ever hit. I literally did not sleep for like 6 days straight. Barely the last week in the month, which is probably not healthy, but I'm just going to be honest because on the 25th, we were 6,000 away from triple and I just wanted it more than anything. And I brought in over half of it myself. And so, yeah, I just signed triple threats upon triple threats upon triple threats. So a lot of it. So yes, I did play a big part in it. So that's what I'm saying. If you want to go diamond in 1 month, which you definitely can, you have to be that leader for your team. You have to sign up those distributors and you have to be coaching them and you have to be helping them get volume. And you also have to be like getting those customers yourself, but you can do it. You just have to like set your mind to it and do it. I was expecting to be like 3,000 away on the 25th and I wasn't. So I started having a panic attack, but I was like, I can either sit here and cry and whine about it and do nothing, or I can look at that and say, okay, bring it on. Like I'm going to do that. That does not scare me. And because literally my husband was at 2,000 in volume. Like he was ruby and I was like, we got to get him to diamond somehow. Like, I don't know. And so we did that and we did that in 5 days. And I just like poured every single ounce of my being into it. So new distributors, honestly, is really just like how I did it.
Yeah. So I want to tell you guys something for those of you that you were like, oh shoot, I am not charted for my promotion yet. Or, oh shoot, I did not put 25 distributors where I need them last month. Or I've never even signed 25 distributors. I want you to first take a breath. Okay. Most of you, hopefully all of you, have a conference ticket, right? You have codes. Every single one of you can sign 10 distributors this month. I promise you, and I'm going to go over some tips that I do through Host to Post to get distributors, but you guys, if you sign 10 distributors in the next week, which I know, trust me, I know that sounds intimidating. I know you want to throw up a little bit because when I first started and someone told me to sign 10 distributors in a week, I'd be like, have you seen my enrollments? I've never even signed 2 in a month. Like, what are you smoking, right? But I promise you, if you work on your belief and you're like, you know what? I know they're coming. It can happen. You guys, show up as the leader you want. Show up as the distributor you want to attract. So many times people tell me, oh my gosh, like my team isn't working. I'm like, well, are you? Are you being the distributor that you want to sign up, or would you be mad at yourself if you were your own distributor? Sometimes you have to smack yourself in the face and be like, gosh, I'm so mad my team isn't doing host posts. And then you're like, well, shoot, I haven't done host posts in 3 days. Like what? My fault. And that's okay. But I want you guys to hear, okay, did you hear that she said she was 6,000 away on the 25th? How many of you are less than 6,000 from your goal right now? Put a 5 in the chat if you are less than 6,000 away from your goal right now, if all auto ships process. Anyone? Yeah.
I know y'all are less than 6,000. My team on here.
I'm like, I know there are lots of people that are less than 6,000 from their goal right now.
And it's the first, you guys. That was the 25th for me. And it was like, I mean, I'm my husband. So like, it was me, you know? And
yep.
So, I mean, yes, I had people on my team working, but yeah. So like, yes, almost all of you. I think everybody on here on my team is like under 6,000 from their goal.
You guys, it is so doable. With the month that I went double diamond myself, we needed 3,000 the last day. The last day of the month. And you want me to hit you even more? I had 1 worker. 1. And I'll hit you even more. We did not have a single person supposed to order that day. Not one. We had 1 worker and there were nobody supposed to order. Not a single person. And here's what I'm going to tell you, what I want you to hear from this. You can either feel like, I'm just going to do it next month because I don't know what the heck is going to happen. Like, I don't know how I'm going to make it happen, right? We've all felt those feelings like, I just don't know. Or you can be like, I don't know the how, but I know it's going to. I knew without a shadow of a doubt double was getting done. Now, to this day, I have no idea what I did. I don't know how I pulled in 3,000 a day. It was God. I had people order that I didn't even know their names. Literally, they just came up on my screen and I was like, who are you? Where did you come from? Because I had faith and I put in the work all month long. So that's why we wanted to do this kickoff Zoom today on the 1st, because you guys, there is so much time. I want you to grab hold of your goal now and run like you've never ran before. Okay? Don't be half in, half out, you guys. How you start the first 3 days of the month is how your month goes. If you push hard today and then tomorrow you're like, well, I don't know. Guess what? You're going to give yourself the whole month off, because I did it last month. Don't do it. Run hard, because I promise you that's going to be a lot of work, but at the end of the month when you hit your goal, you're going to be like, holy crap, I actually did it. For those of you that have promoted before, you know what it feels like to promote. It is the coolest feeling in the world to see your e-suite change over. And it's the coolest feeling in the world to see your team promote and see them believe for bigger for their lives. So, oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, so is there anything else you wanted to touch on before I kind of go into host to post?
Yeah, I guess one last thing is, since it is the first of the month, I wanted us to just like do some goal setting, because if you don't set your goals on the first day of the month, then you're just going to wish you did on the 15th when you're like, oh, I wish I just would have said I was going diamond, because then I probably would have did it. So your goals have to have a what, a why, and a when. This is how I make all my goals. So if my goal is to promote diamond this month, for example, why do I want to promote diamond? That is like the backbone of your goal. If you don't have a why for your goal, you're not going to push yourself to do it. And that's why we always ask, what is your why in this business? Because that is what is going to drive you to do it, because you're not going to wake up every single day being like, I'm ready to do 10 host to post. I'm ready to message people. I'm going to do so many TikToks. Like, I'm just ready. You're not going to feel that every single day. But if your why is because you want to put money towards a new car, you want to pay off this bill, you want to pay off your credit card, you want to put food on the table, if that's your why for your goal, you're going to work your butt off to hit it, because you have a reason why you're doing it. And then last thing is the when, which most of these goals is either going to be by the end of the month or by the 25th. Heck, promote by the 25th, or you can make by the end of the year 90-day goals, whatever. But I want everybody to drop in the chat right now one goal that they have for this month. Somewhat business related, preferably. You can make personal goals too. I make personal goals every single month, but everybody just make your goal, because you are 45% more likely to accomplish your goal when you write it down and you call it out. So it's really important that you just call out your goal. So chart triple diamond, ruby, become diamond, triple, yes, diamond. Yes. My goal is I want at least 2 new emeralds and 5 new rubies on my team. That was my goal. I wrote all my goals this morning at 9 a.m., you guys. I wrote them like right away on the 1st. And so that is how I stay on track, is doing journaling Zooms. We did goal setting today. So journaling Zooms are good with Cheyenne and Kristen, if you can hop on those. Go Ruby, get more DTs. Yes, yes, yes. So now you don't have to put it in the chat, but just ask yourself why you want that goal and when you're going to make it happen, and write that down, because that is what is going to drive you the whole entire month. And I want you to, after this Zoom, finish writing your goals for the rest of the month, because I know you have more than one goal. We all have more than just one thing we want to accomplish. And then what's really going to kick you in the butt is on November 1st, you're going to go back and check off all those goals that you did, and you're going to be like, wow, I had a really good month. Or you're going to be like, wow, I really did not even hit any of my goals. What did I do? And it's going to be a real kicker in the booty, because I only hit half of the goals I made for last month. And so, you know what? I was like, I got to get my butt together, and it really just makes you want to work harder and makes you so much more excited and capable of what you can do and how you can improve. So make sure you're reevaluating your goals every single month too. But I just wanted everybody to shout that out. So yay.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Anyone else love making goals? It's like so fun. For me, I'm like obsessed with it. Every time I do it, I'm like, oh, yes, more goals. It's so fun. But I want to talk to you guys a little bit about host to post. Put I don't know what number one, put a 7, we'll say, in the chat if you consistently do host to post. Like, you know what it is, you're like, girls, host to post is my game. Like, I love host to post. Okay. Now, I also want you to put an 8 in the chat if you were also terrified of it at first. Anyone? That was me. I was like, no, thank you. No, ma'am. Or if you haven't done it and you're still terrified of it, put an 8 in the chat. Here's what I want you guys to know. Okay. How many of you have looked at your goal for this month? You know you want to go diamond, but you're like, I don't know how we can bring in, say you only had 1,000. You're like, I don't know how we can bring in 7,000 group volume. How many of you have looked at that and you're like, I don't know? Anyone? I started a challenge with our team today that I got from a sideline of we are going to, and I think Murphy, I think your team is doing it too, but where, because you're on Jade's team, right?
Yeah, the 1,000.
Yes, yes. So we're doing the 1,000 challenge. Both of our teams are. So basically, you guys, if you sign 5 customers a week that order about 2 products, you just signed 1,000 group volume. Now, if you get one other person to do that, you just want Ruby. If you get 5 people to do that, you just want Emerald. If you get 7 people to do that, you just want Diamond. Okay, it's not that hard. But where are these people going to come from? Host to post. Where are a lot of your distributors going to come from outside of TikTok? Host to post. Where are your new friends on your Facebook going to come from? Your interaction, everything. Host to post. Okay, so I want to give you guys a couple tips about host to post. How many of you have struggled with, I don't know how to get up enough host to post to get what I need? Anyone? That you're like, I'm willing to do the work. I'm willing to do the host post and answer the people, but I can't get enough traction, right? So here's what I want you to do. Once a week or once every few days, I want you to put a bait post on your page, okay? This is something where, let me read the one that I did today, because I should have written this down before, but I didn't, okay? Giving away $100 next week to 2 different people. Drop what year you graduated high school for an entry. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I always do that the first day of the month. I don't know what your team's giveaway, but that's what we're doing. So I always do that first. And what I do is I message them and I have them do a host to post about the host to post giveaway. Okay, so I message them and I say, hey, okay, like here's the deal. You put up a post for me. I get you entered, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to go over the scripts. We all do the same thing. And then I have them post, my girl Courtney is giving away $100 to 2 people next week. Tell us your battery percentage if you want to be entered. Okay. Then all of those people that commented, okay, so let's say Murphy posted for me about that said, tell me your battery percentage if you want to be entered. Then I have all of Murphy's friends post about a product. Okay. 2 days later, I'm going to ask Murphy and say, hey girl, thanks so much for posting a couple days ago. Did you want a second entry? All you have to do is post this, and I have her post about the product. Then all of Murphy's friends who posted about the product already, 2 days after they posted, I message you and I say, hey girl, thanks so much for posting about the product a couple days ago. Did you want to get another entry? All you have to do is put up this post. And then I have them, Murphy's friends, put up a post that says, my girl Courtney is giving away $100 to 2 people next week. Tell us your battery percentage if you want to be entered. Then from Murphy's one giveaway post, I got someone to post a product post, which got me potential customers, right? And then I had that person post a host to post giveaway post, which then got me all new people to do product posts, which then got me all new people to do a host to post giveaway host to post. How many times can I say host to post in a minute, right? And then it just keeps going. So, but here's the key to this. You have to stay consistent with it. You can't do this one day and then not answer anyone for 3 weeks and expect them all to answer when you message them, even though they commented on a post in July and you're like, hey, it's October 1st. You want to post for me? And they're like, I don't remember any of that. Like, what are you talking about? You have to stay consistent. But you guys, if you keep doing this, the funnel's never dry. You shouldn't have to message for host to post. I don't remember the last time I did. If you keep doing this. And then here's the thing. I'm going to share a message with you guys. After they post the second time, you're going to send them this message. Very, very simple. Also, side note, why are you not doing this too? Seriously, I just checked out your page and you'd be amazing. That's not saying much. They're going to be like, I don't know what, do what? What are you talking about? And then you can go into giving them information, you guys. That's how you're going to sign distributors. Because then when you tell them, you're like, girl, literally what you did by posting for me is what I do, but I'm making money. And then you're like, I also have a code that I can take $60 off. It's literally only $39. Hello? You guys, if you get, okay, I'm seeing a lot of people that say, I get the same people that comment on every single one. Okay? Here's what you're going to do. You're going to politely, in a way that they don't realize, you're going to say, girl, you post for me all the time. Why don't you do this with me instead of continue posting for me? That way you're not giving them another post. If they say no, give them another post, whatever. It doesn't affect you. It's fine. But if you're feeling like the same people are posting, you're not having them post giveaway host to post, because if you did, you would have new people. And if you did, you would have so many new people that you wouldn't need to do a ton of bait posts. I don't have to do a bait post every week because I don't need to. Now, if you are working, how many of you put a 8 in the chat if you have less than 2,000 Facebook friends right now. Anyone? You need to boost your friends now. Now. When I started this business, I had like 300 Facebook friends. So many people ask me, how do you get so many comments on your posts? Well, I have 4,800 friends. I'm going to get a lot more than you who has 300. You know how you can add a lot of people? Host a post. You know how you can get more interaction? Host a post. Because here's why. Yeah, Matthew, my husband, literally goes through and has to unfriend people like every week because he's like, you're maxed again. I'm like, I'm sorry. Okay? But you guys, if you are constantly doing host a post, that means you're interacting on those pages, those people's pages at the same time. Hello? You guys, host a post is the key to everything, but you have to be consistent. If you got up 10 product host a posts a day, there is no doubt in my mind that every single one of you couldn't sign 1,000 group volume or more. If not 2,000 or more, honestly. But some of you aren't willing to put the work. So here's what I want to talk about. Here's what I want to end. How I want to end this, because I have another Zoom at 10. But your mindset is key. It is so key to this business. You cannot work. Pam Sauter once said, work based off of what you want, not how you feel. If I worked based off of how I feel, y'all, I would never do a dang thing. I'd be like, I'm going to chill on my couch. I'm going to cuddle with my puppy. I'm going to watch Netflix 10 hours a day, and it's going to be great. Anyone else? That's like the perfect day? You're like, bring me food. Let me sit on the couch. Let me cuddle with my puppy, and we'll just watch TV all day, every day. It's fine. But that doesn't make us money, right? So here's what I suggest for you to do. First off, make a list for yourself. What are things that you are going to do every day no matter what? What are your non-negotiables that you're like, I'm not going to bed until this is done? But I also want you to know that list is not your max. That list does not mean when you hit 10 host posts, if that's on your list, that you're done, that you can just stop and be like, all right, cool, I'm done. If that happens at 2 p.m., you bet your butt you can keep working the rest of the day. Okay? But with this business, we have to work on your mindset, because if you don't believe the promotion's going to come, it never will. If you don't believe your team's going to work, it never will. If you don't believe customers are going to sign, they never will. So how many of you have said in the past 2 weeks, host to posts aren't working for me, or my team isn't working? No one comments on my posts. I don't know if I'm good enough for this. Am I doing something wrong? Anyone? Or you're like, I just don't get it. Like something's not clicking. Want me to tell you the secret? It's you. It's your mindset. Because what you think about and what you say is what's coming to life. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to fix that. You have to fix it, because we can give you all the scripts and all the tips and all the tricks and everything that you want to know. But if your mindset is thinking, I'm going to go send 10 messages and no one's going to answer, just like it happened yesterday, no one's going to answer. I know it's weird. I know it sounds like voodoo witchcraft, but I promise you it's the truth. What are you saying over your team? What are you speaking over your team? Are you saying my team's dead, no one's answering me? If you're speaking over them, no, you're messaging them, expecting them not to answer, they're not going to answer. If you're expecting them not to do anything, they're not going to do anything. So I challenge you every day to pay attention to your thoughts. When you're doing host to post, what are you thinking? I'm pumped up when I'm doing host to post. I'm like, oh, we're about to go get so many comments. Like, I'm so pumped. But are you like, oh, well, here's another one that's, oh, I got one posted, but no one's going to comment. Or when you're talking to your upline and they're telling you like, oh my gosh, you're so close to diamond, or you're so close to ruby, let's get it. And you're like, yeah, for sure. And then you're like, not going to happen. It didn't happen last month. Anyone? Am I hitting bells? Am I hitting that button? You guys, we can give you every single tip and trick and every single script that we've ever used that works for us. But if you're not working your own brain, it's not going to work. You have to fix that first. You have to believe that this business can change your life. You have to believe that the products work. If you don't believe the products work, start there. Go order a product. Okay? That's the first thing. So you have to believe in the business. You have to believe in the products. You have to believe in yourself. And you have to trust your team, your upline, your downline, your sidelines. You have to trust the process. Okay? You have to trust that you are going to put in the work and it's going to come. Even if I don't care if you're working on your mindset and you're like, all right, I'm feeling hyped today. I get my 10 host posts up, but nothing's happening. But I'm still hyped. Like I know it's coming together. That's fine. But you have to work every single day, believing that the efforts are going to come to fruition, believing that you're going to have seeds that you can sow. Does that make sense? So don't work based off of your immediate results. Okay? You have to do it. You have to just do it. Okay? Stop thinking about it. Stop overthinking it. Stop stopping yourself. How many of you put in 0 in the chat if you're like, I 100% stopped myself in the past month? Anyone other than me? You're like, I just stopped myself. Like I got scared. I didn't know if it was going to come together. I didn't know if I could actually do it. I didn't know if I was worthy of it. So I like sabotaged myself in a way, like I just took too many days off or I just didn't believe in myself anymore. You have to stop it. Because you guys, if you take control of your brain now, a year from now, you will wake up and be like, holy crap, I'm literally living my dream life. Right, Murphy? It's so cool to, like, we don't say these things to brag, but it's so cool to wake up and be like, I literally have the things that I prayed for. I'm literally living my dream life. And Murphy you're probably just like me. I wish I could just shake the people on my team sometimes and be like, do you see what you could have? Do you know what you're capable of? I talked to my team this morning and I told them some of the things that I say about myself, right? We all have limiting beliefs that we say that. For me, I've said, I don't know if I'm capable of leading a triple diamond team. I don't know if I'm worthy of it. Has anyone said that about your promotion? I don't know if I'm capable of leading a diamond team or a ruby team. I don't know if I'm worthy of it. Anyone? Now, here's the thing. Right when I said that, everybody on my team was like, no, you're stupid. Like, you're so worthy of triple. Like, you're so dumb. Stop that. That's what everyone else would say about the things you say to yourself, too. So hear me when I say this. You are so worthy of your goal. You are so worthy of every dream in your heart. God gave you those dreams for a reason. He has a plan to make those dreams come true, but you have to work for it. God put you on this Zoom. Here is what he wants you to know. Go after your goal. He will make it happen if you work for it. I promise you. I promise you that there will not be a single one of you, if you do your daily task list, including your mindset work every single day this month, there will not be a single one of you that didn't hit your goal. If you actually did everything you were supposed to do and worked on your mindset. I promise you there is so much you are capable of, but you have to work for it. How many of you are pumped up for October? I'm so freaking pumped up. How many people are getting a bonus? Anyone getting a diamond bonus this month? Anyone? Put a 8 in the chat if you're getting a diamond bonus this month. I am
There's
so...
some people getting the diamond bonus.
There's only 2 of y'all getting a diamond bonus?
Come on, I know there's more.
I'm like, excuse me, I'll take a diamond. Well, I can't. Matthew and I are both diamond. We can't get a diamond bonus. But hello, y'all are so capable of this. Every single person on this Zoom could go diamond this month if you decided right now to. I hope this was helpful. I hope this fired you up in a way. I hope you're ready to just tackle this month. Murphy, is there anything you want to share before we hop off?
There's one last thing. I shared this Bible verse on the last live that I did in my team page, and it is just what I needed in every single way, and it has helped me so much. So it is 1 Chronicles 28:20, and it says, "Be strong and courageous and do it. Do not be afraid and do not be dismayed, for the Lord God, even my God, is with you. He will not leave you or forsake you until all the work for the service of the house of the Lord is finished." So I just have to say, God is with every single one of you. He is not finished with you. He is not even close to finished with you. So like we've been talking about, prepare yourself, put in the work. God's going to meet you. He's going to bless you more than you could ever even imagine. And you're going to look back and you're just going to be so glad that you did. So I just wanted to end with that. I'm so freaking proud of everybody for hopping on this and showing up for your business tonight, because you being on this is what's going to take you through the rest of this month and through the rest of this year and help you to hit your goals. So yes, First Chronicles 28:20.
Oh my gosh. I will put this up on my YouTube tonight. Thank you so much, Murphy, for hanging out with me, for combining our teams.
Thank you for inviting me. This was so fun. Thank you for having us.
Of course, this was awesome. I'm just so excited. I just cannot wait to see all that God does through our teams this month. So I hope you guys have the best night ever, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
See ya.